Is it possible to 100% complete Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? Now, when you hear this question, you probably think the answer is definitely yes, but in this video I'm going to show you why you're 100% wrong. And the first step in doing that is taking a look at the dictionary definition of 100%. So 100% doesn't just mean to do the main things in the game, it means to do every single thing possible in that game. And I've divided these things up into 3 different difficulties: easy, medium and hard. And the first challenge on the easy list is to get every single gold cup on 50cc, which means you have to play through 96 courses on a pretty slow speed. And the way I calculated how much time it would take was by using this Reddit post here. It only had 64 out of 96 courses, but it was still pretty accurate for getting an average time. And after doing all the maths, the average time for a Mario Kart course was 1 minute 55 seconds. But there was one small problem. The Reddit post was talking about average times for 150cc. So then I went looking for a video of comparisons between 50cc all the way up to 200cc. So after doing the maths, I found out that the average course on 50cc takes 2 minutes 24 seconds. So multiplying that by 96 and I get 3 hours 50 minutes. But then you have to do that 4 more times for mirrored 100cc, 150cc and 200cc. And I'll save you the maths. This ends up being 15 hours and 24 minutes. And next up is unlocking every single cartwheel and glider, which costs 3,100 coins altogether. And since the max coins you can collect in a race is 10, this means it will take 310 races to unlock all the parts. Or 7 hours 45 minutes, which altogether adds up to 23 hours and 6 minutes, which is almost a day long. And keep in mind, this is still yet to move on to even the medium length challenges, because before we do that there's still time trials, and luckily it's only on 150 and 200cc, but this is pretty simple to find out because in the end it's 28.5 hours. So you're probably confused why I said that this challenge is physically impossible to do, but when I go through what you have to do for these next few things, you'll definitely know why. So now that you've done most of the things that people will count as 100% in the game, you're going to have to do all of that with every single character. But how many characters are there in Mario Kart? 47. But since we've already played as one character, we only actually have to play as 46 instead. And after doing all the maths, it takes 720 hours to beat every single course with every single character. But is this really with every single character? Because if you look in the bottom right hand corner of the character selector, there's an icon that says Mii's. And based on this Reddit post, because I'm too lazy to do the maths myself, there are almost 500 billion combinations of Mii's. I don't think you realize how big that number actually is. That's almost 100 times the population of the world. But I still have to multiply that number by the amount of carts, wheels, and gliders. And then convert that number to all the speeds, which in the end turns out to be 3 quintillion, 366 quadrillion, 561 trillion, 921 billion hours. Or about 10 times the amount of time that the universe has existed. If you didn't believe me that it was impossible to 100% Mario Kart, you have to believe me now. In the 7 years since the release of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it sold almost 62 million copies. And I think you can see where this is going. You have to do this on every single copy of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Because to truly 100% something, you have to do every single thing possible. But obviously there's more. Mario Kart has had 20 different updates, which means there are 20 different versions of Mario Kart on every single one of the 62 million copies. But I can't just multiply 62 million by 20, because on each version there's a different amount of courses. The first 15 versions had 48 courses, and then after that each version added 8 more courses on. So after adding up each version's courses, it ended up being 1,128. So then I made that number a fraction of how many courses there would be if every single version had 96. Changed it to a percentage, which was 59%. Found 59% of 20, which was 11.75. And then to find the final answer, I multiplied that by 208 septillion. So to answer the question of how long does it take to 100% Mario Kart, it takes a long time. Or to say it exactly, it's 2 octillion, 451 septillion, 351 sextillion, 600 quintillion hours. So do you still want to try 100% it?